Am I right in thinking that you arrived a few days after Bergen-Belsen was liberated?
I arrived a few days afterwards. I was supposed to be going to Berlin to deal with Germany's poison gas shells, but the people who were collecting me didn't know where I was. They hadn't been informed, and I had no idea who was picking me up. So I stayed there 2 weeks, and I realised I was next to Bergen-Belsen, 3 miles from there. So I spent my time at outside Bergen-Belsen. I wasn't allowed in because of the typhus. I only saw those who were able to walk and talk.
What was that experience like?
Well, it was worse than I had imagined. I'd heard all about these camps from 1942 onwards. But it was worse than, even though I didn't go into it, I saw the people and heard what they had to say. Although it was difficult to talk to them because of the languages. But there were some who spoke English and or a bit of French, and we managed to converse.
Okay.
And they gave an idea what it was like. And I could see their physical condition, what it was like.
Can you share any specific interactions or conversations you had with the survivors that left a lasting impression on you?
Well, mostly they wanted to know what's happening in the world. They'd been cut off completely. They knew that they had been liberated, and that's all. So I told them what the position is on the Eastern Front, the Soviet front, and ours. That they were interested in, but then the next interest was what's going to happen to them. Well, I couldn't answer that, but they all said every single one of them I spoke to said they want to get to Eretz Israel, the land of Israel.
Really?
And reform the state.
Wow.
There's only one exception I had, was a man who said he's had enough of being a Jew. He's going to go to South America, if he can, marry a Catholic girl and have children who aren't Jewish. That would put paid to his problems. But every single one of them were very adamant that they wanted to get to the land of freedom, the Jewish land, where they could control, through their own government, control their own future.
Wow.
And I shared it.
What was your reaction when you heard that? Was that a surprise to you?
It wasn't surprised that it was such unanimity.
Mm.
That I was surprised. They obviously had been discussing it amongst themselves through the years they were there, to have every single one except one. And as I say, every single one must have been hundreds I spoke to.